Hey, welcome back to T Mike React. Today I got some videos that's going to cause you to look at things in a whole different light, may even change your reality. So before we begin, can I get you to hit that like, comment, and subscribe? It'll mean the world to me. Share the videos to whoever you think might be interested in watching it. And also, these videos are for entertainment purposes only. Without any further ado, let's get into the video. Now, I just tried to do this video and for some reason it didn't record, so let's go at it again.
Been fucking paying attention? You better start now. Iranian TV just dropped a bombshell, and they said there will be a surprise tonight, one the world would never forget. And this shit ain't slowed down. Word is they're gearing up for a 10th airstrike on Israel. And yesterday, allegedly, Iran had a hit out on Trump. Yeah, the former president. But look, the next morning, Trump claps back on Truth Social, and he says we got full control of Iran's skies. He even said he knows where the so-called supreme leader is hiding. And check this out, called him an easy target, but then gonna say we won't take him out for now. And then he says he's done negotiating. That shit sound like a warning or a setup. Y'all let me know in the comments. Meanwhile, China told all its citizens to get up out of Israel and Iran, and Russia and the US told theirs the same. So why would they do that unless they know what's next? Y'all be thinking words ain't weapons. Just one tweet could spark a whole war. So if this shit blows up in the next 24 to 48 hours, just know they fucking warned us. Stay sharp, don't just scroll, prepare. And if you guys like to read, man, look, check out my page and you'll see different books on there that you can utilize that just may help you get through what you're trying to get through. So look, make sure to follow.
Okay, this is video or cinematic
That wasn't a
photography
warning.
from the early 1800s. And look at the technology of the flying ships. No, those are not flying saucers. That's technology we had actually 200 to 300 years ago that has been written out of history. And these are airships from the 1800s.
Oh boy.
Man, get in here, get in here, get in here. This secret about to blow your mind. I think it's time to show you what the 1964 Civil Rights Act really is about. And it's not what you think. This is why Dr. Martin Luther King was unalived. Now, before I show you the secret behind the 1964 Civil Rights Act, remember I exposed this right here? They're saying who are the Aboriginals?
Pause it so you can read it.
Not the Native Americans, which is us. Remember
Number 3 in particular.
Where it literally talks about all natives are not citizens, right? But it talks about the Aboriginals. It's two different types of peoples. All right, you see it.
You see it.
And then I suppose this court case right here where it says Indians is the Aboriginals, not Native American. Well, it gets more interesting. But before I continue, if you'd like to donate $1, I greatly appreciate it. But let's continue. This court case, 191, is in the back of the Civil Rights Act 1964, which states the United States did not own the land of the ancient mound builders of North America, much more than 1 million square miles of land, which is half of the earth. The MERS are the title holders, right? And I think it says, translate, I don't know, the so-called 5 civilized tribes: Choctaw, Washita, Cherokee, Chickasaw, Creek, Muskogee, Seminole, Yamasee, so on and so on. But here go a simplified version where you can understand what I'm saying about this court case on June the 6th, 1848. The Supreme Court decision said this. The Supreme Court decision said the United States does not own North America. Now, this is where the truth come in at. This is where the truth come in at, why they unalive Dr. Martin Luther King. You see this? Civil Rights Act of 1964?
Okay.
With the government, the treaty? See this treaty, right? Right? With
to protect the
United
truth.
States government, treaty, right? Right? The treaty of 1964, where you got millions of mound builders, descendants, the ancient, the ones that own North America.
Oh, wow.
And they unalive the king of the mound builders, Dr. Martin Luther King. It gets sticky. It gets sticky. But if you'd like to donate $1, I greatly appreciate it. Part 2 coming.
E bora agora que eu peço.
All right, we got KFC. You want some KFC? Like it's fried pretty good. Nice color. Texture is pretty. You know? What the? Oh no. Oh hell no. Okay, I'm not hungry no more. Can't eat chicken now, y'all.
San Francisco, people. 119 years ago, people.
I'm still stuck on that chicken, y'all. Look at these buildings, though. Look at the architecture.
This is San Francisco.
They said EVs are new, right?
119 years
Electric
ago.
cars back here.
People. Look at the buildings, people. It's already here, people. It's already old, people. The infrastructure, California.
Look at the buildings. Look how tall they are.
Look at the electric cars, people. That's old technology, people. Electric cars been here over 119 years.
1906.
That's old technology. Ain't nothing new. It's already old, people.
I mean, the clarity of the video is pretty good for 1906. Y'all think this is AI generated or is this real?
Look at electric car, people. No exhaust. Electric car, people. 119 years ago, people. Don't let them fool you, people.
What y'all think?
Old technology. You see this, people? Look at the trolleys, people. Look at the tracks, people. How did they do that back then, people? Really? Look at a horse pulling it.
That means they would have to have had this stuff in place before the 1900s.
You see that?
So they was building this in the 1800s.
A horse pulling a trolley.
If they build it. I don't think they did.
Catching a ride right there. They could just drive all over anywhere they like back then.
That's wild.
No traffic rules. This is 1906, San Francisco, 119 years ago, people. How did they do it?
Look at the architecture. Look at the arches. I mean, look at the height.
Look at the infrastructure. Look at the size of this building, people. How did they build that?
Most archways were known as, you know, like doorways or something. Look at the size. Y'all can't tell me. I don't believe they built that. I believe they found these after that Great War where they got rid of the Tartarians. That's what I think the world wars were. That's what I think was going on. That wall they call the Great Wall of China is not a wall that China built. And the wall is facing China to keep China out. So what? Yeah, man.
Erected 896. See that, people? 896. They tried to add a 1. That's the real year, people. San Francisco, hidden history. Ooh, wait. New York City, people.
Longacre Square in New York.
1904. Look at this. Look at this building here.
It would be renamed Times Square in honor of the newly opened headquarters of the New York Times, whose iconic tower.
That's the New York Times headquarters. They ain't build that, y'all. Hell no, they did not build
New York
that.
City, people. 1904. Over 100 years ago, people.
Nah, they did not build that.
Over 120 years ago, people. Times Square. Already there, people.
So that's Times Square.
Do you see, people? New York City is already built in early 1900, people.
Why do you think they had all those things on top of the building?
Times Square. Over 120 years ago, people.
Something was in the
It's
ether.
already built.
Tesla was on to something. That's why they took him out.
Slavery wasn't that long ago, people. And our city was already built in 1900, people. Who built this city, people? Did the slaves help build this buildings, people? Did the slaves help build New York City, people? Because everything is already there,
That's
people.
wild.
Do you see it, people?
What y'all think? Leave y'all thoughts in the comments below. Don't be scared. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you're not a member. We are on our way to 1,000, y'all.
New York City.
That is incredible. The architecture, the details.
It's already built. There's already old people.
Yo, that building seems like it's two different buildings in one. Like the top part is a whole different style than the lower half. Hopefully he'll go back to it. You see the lower half is more common. Oh, he's not going to show it. Damn.
That these horses and carriages built this city.
Like when you go past halfway point.
No scaffolding.
It's a whole different building, look like.
No cranes. But yet the city's built. How is this possible, people?
You heard about the city up under San Francisco they found, Subtropolis.
1900.
Did a video yesterday. We got to look that up.
The Doomsday airplane just left from Shreveport and landed in Washington, D.C., and it has everybody raising their eyebrows.
What's a doomsday?
So for those that don't know what a doomsday plane is, it is an aircraft. It's also called an E-4B. This plane can fuel mid-air. It could survive a certain type of war.
Whoa.
During the times of a fire war, this airplane can stay in the air, or any type of national emergency.
As long as it's getting refueled and supplies
today,
last.
The Doomsday plane went from Louisiana to Washington, D.C., but in a strange route. And because a lot of people like to sow fear, I want to explain a couple of things for you. What is normal about this Doomsday plane? The Doomsday plane does get flown a lot of times for training exercises.
Okay.
What has people raising their eyebrows about it is because of the fact of what's going on between Israel and Iran. They also have
a lot of tension.
Flights. Now, this is when they upgrade something, they want to test it out.
Okay.
And then sometimes it's rotated between bases like Joint Base Andrews and Barksdale Air Force Base.
Makes sense.
Now, people are raising their eyebrows because of the flight path. They're saying the flight path was irregular.
Straight shot, right?
It looped over a few places in the U.S. before it went back to Washington, D.C.
Why did it loop?
The late night arrival at Joint Base Andrews is less common. So bottom line, yes, it is normal for the Doomsday airplane to fly and to train. But when and where it flies, people are saying those are subliminal messages saying readiness, preparedness for what's about to take place. And nevertheless, this is Lady Queen, Black News.
You think she's saying something in relation to the very first video we saw, the very first clip? Is something on the horizon? I mean, they always throwing this war thing in our face, y'all. What's going on?
Bye, guys.
Should
they
we
say
be
the
prepping?
world will go dark for 3 days in 2025.
Okay. Maybe that's what happened. See, I'm gonna get copyright for the music in the background, y'all. So I was gonna mute it, but when I was trying to record this the first time and I did that caused the whole video. We're gonna have to deal with this, y'all. They say the world will go dark for 3 days in 2025. Are you prepared for when this happens? Y'all think I got an announcer voice? I can't wait to hear that back.
My little babies. You see how I had to hide this information?
Yeah, I watched this earlier, and the first time I looked at it, I couldn't see what he was talking about it, but when I watched it back, yeah, man, y'all got two faces, and you can tell what type of person that is, too.
We go from I-33 AD to I-72 AD to I-32 AD to I-611 AD to I-711 AD to I-928 AD to 1929.
Make it make sense,
How
y'all.
does it do that?
What's going on?
The
Because
Moors did that.
most of them dates
They
back there
did
got that eye in front of it.
because they
And
knew
it's a
they
clear
was
eye because the dot is separate from the long.
They added 1,000 days to the calendar, stopped everybody from working and going to school so you could forget the dates so they could do it. From 929 to 941 was 12 years that the corporations kept all their shit closed down. That's where they get the movie 12 Years a Slave, because everybody
Wouldn't that be
pretty much
13?
was a slave of the corporation. Why? Because without the corporations, everybody was sick.
Oh, he said 929. Ah, okay.
All right. So they said you were slaves and
I don't know, something to make you think, y'all. Remember, entertainment purposes only.
So I'm just sitting here wondering while I'm on my break, and I'm just thinking, like, why didn't school teach us some of these things that we learned on TikTok? Like, I'm just wondering why they never taught us that white people came over here on boats through Ellis Island. Why didn't we learn that in school, that white people came over here on boats? But they definitely made sure they didn't forget to teach us that about the transatlantic slave trade for black people.
There's a
And
reason
also, why they
behind
didn't
it.
teach us about the white Cabbage Patch Kids and the white orphan trains? 250,000 white orphans with no parents were transported all over the United States to new parents. 250,000 orphan white people. Why we didn't learn that in school? I mean, they did forget to tell us about the transatlantic slave trade to try to make us think that we're African.
They don't want you to know who you really are.
It was 250,000 white orphans that were transported all over the United States. These white orphans didn't have parents. Where the hell did they come from? Some people say they was cloned and they had incubators that made babies, 12-month-old babies, in an hour. But a bunch of white people came over here, like 12 million. White people came over here on boats. Education system, why didn't we know this?
The reason why is because they didn't want you to know who you were. That's why you were the only classification of people that got renamed multiple times, or group of people that got reclassified multiple times. Make it make sense? This video might piss some people off.
1828, the word American didn't mean what it means today.
What do it mean?
1828, Webster's Dictionary, the word American was defined as, I quote, originally applied to the Aboriginals or copper-colored races found here by the Europeans.
Okay.
You heard that?
Yeah.
Copper-colored.
Copper-colored.
Not white.
Copper-colored.
Newly arrived from Africa.
Pennies have different shades.
Grandma. But today, American means someone from Europe. So what happened over time? They flipped the script. They took your name, your land, and gave you a new label, Negro. Then came Walter Plecker and others to make sure that definition and your memory stayed buried. They didn't erase us, they just renamed us. Comment, copper colored, if you feel it. Part 3, we discuss Margaret Sanger and the Black Womb agenda. Peace.
Peace. Little nugget for you,
Native Americans cannot trace their lineage to being renamed by the government from Indian to black.
Holla.
Research. Well, wait a minute. What was Walter Plecker's role in the United States
Walter
government?
Plecker.
The vital statistics. The vital statistics were changed. The U.S. Census were changed from Indian to Negro, Black, and African American. That means it became illegal for us to speak our truth.
And that, what I just said? Hold on. Negroes and feathers. I gotta learn how to read. My glasses ain't right. Paper genocide of copper-colored American Indians from the 1790 census to the present. Walter Pecker made it illegal for Virginian Indians to claim their heritage starting in 1790. Walter Plecker. I'm going to have to look him up. That's wild. But it's basically what I was just saying. The only group of people that have been reclassified is my group of people. Why? Because they don't want us to know who we really, the chosen people. Nobody else on this earth could go through the stuff that my people have been through. People talk about the Holocaust. It doesn't even match to slavery. Multiple. Let's keep going.
They reclassified us. My great-great-grandma was an Indian. My great-grandma was an Indian. My grandmother was a Negro. My father is a color. And now I'm an African-American. Make that shit make sense.
And I did the research. I saw the birth certificate in my family. And yes, it was changed.
You're back. You just missed the sunset.
I'm going to let him tell you our story without me interrupting y'all.
Welcome. But before I welcome you, this is the dark and twisted tale of the baby farm. Question. Ever heard of the baby farm? No? Well, gather around as we embark on a spine-chilling journey through the bizarre and macabre world of the baby farm. A tale that will make you chuckle nervously while glancing over your shoulders. But let me first do this. Welcome back to the American History Podcast, where the past isn't just strange. It's downright eerie. Like this guy right here. Yeah, that guy's eerie. But anyway, picture this. It's the mid-1800s to early 1900s, a time when people believed in all sorts of cookie ideas, like the notion that babies came from storks. While the rest of the world was trying to figure out steam engines and the telephone, some bright minds thought,
He might be a little tipsy, y'all.
let's involve birds and cabbage into the baby farm. A nightmarish concept where babies were apparently churned out like meatloaves, like little meatloaves in a factory. Imagine your mom saying, "We're headed to the baby farm, sweetie. Pick out your sibling." It was like a weird grocery run. But instead of produce, you were snagging a tiny human. And if you were lucky, maybe you even get one that didn't look like a potato head, like this head right here. This is capitalism at its creepiest and its finest. Let's talk about who was cashing in on this bizarre baby idea. Back then, newspapers were filled with ads promising adorable cabbage-born children for adoption. Who needed to go through the hassle of traditional parenting when you could just pluck a baby from a patch like it was a particularly ripe fruit or vegetable? The baby farm was the ultimate capitalist dream. Who wouldn't want to sell a squishy infants like they were the latest fad? So cute. Anyway, let's not forget those charming postcards that accompanied these little bundles of joy. Each one was like a creepy invitation to the weirdest family reunion. Congratulations, you've received a postcard for your very own cabbage baby. Warning, may come with a side of Rastafarian dreads. Just imagine the thrill of opening your mailbox to find a postcard featuring a terrific child with the tagline, "Adopt your nightmare today." Adopt your nightmare today. Let's dive into the dark side of the baby farm saga. Some might argue that the rise of these manufactured babies correlated with the emergence of NPCs, non-player characters in video games. Yeah, you see them on TikTok.
Non-playable characters.
NPCs. You an NPC, bitch. Stop playing. But think about it long enough. Maybe we are all NPCs. Are we all just walking, talking,
What is he drinking?
Empathy and soul? I know a lot of people like that. There's probably one watching me right now. Perhaps the baby farm was the first step toward a generation of who trudge through life like zombies, lacking the spark of humanity. Maybe some of us are descendants of these manufactured beings, which could explain why that one guy at work always seemed to be missing a personality. He might just be a factory reject. Sorry, buddy, you didn't hear from me. This is bad tea. Actually, this is not tea. This is water and salt.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Water and salt.
have you noticed that in
Cat.
all these posts?
Yeah, cat. Yeah, more than water and salt in that cup, y'all. What are we looking at here? Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. What is this here? Let's see. We got Rothschild, Pike, Mason, yeah. I'm not sure who most of these people are. Ben Gurion. Was that Herzl? Nathan of Gaza, Laura, Zevi, Frank, United States of Israel. United States of Israel? Is that why we always helping Israel? What's going on there?
Steak and lobster. You know what that means?
Oh, shoot. You see, we take care of our soldiers. Steak and lobsters. They eating good. Wait a minute. What they say? WW3 question marks. Why is that on there?
We are going to war. To war we are going. I'm gonna eat good now.
Oh, he was joking, y'all, right? Y'all let me know. Is that what they do? Right before they go to war, they feed them boys good? Them boys and girls. Y'all think we're going to WW3? Leave that in the comments below. And also leave where you're watching from. So until next time, y'all, I'm praying this turn out right. I'll see you again. Peace.